Celebrate, celebrate. We should celebrate, celebrate. We should celebrate, celebrate. We should celebrate, celebrate.
Hey, it's your man Roger D, and I'm back with another video, and today we've got the Astro C40 tournament controller. Now this is for the PlayStation 4, hopefully the PlayStation 5 is going to be, well, I think that's out in another year or so, or 2 years, I can't remember, but it's out kind of soon, and hopefully that will work with this as well. But this is a tournament grade controller. We can remap the buttons, and they're like very simplistic, and it's also got the official license from PlayStation as well. But less of the talking, let's get into the actual testing. Let's have a look at it. Let's roll the video. So number one, we've got the dongle, and this is a 2.5 gigahertz connection. It makes obviously the controller wireless. Now this is a button also as an LED light, so if I hold it down I can also transfer and then reconnect, so I can take off a pairing mode and then go back into pairing mode. At the moment at the box, you should be able to just plug this into a computer or your PlayStation 4, whether it's USB 2 or USB 3, and then connect your controller. So at the moment it's off, even though it's in the PC. So I'm going to literally turn it on my controller, and then you should see the light. So I'm going to hold down the PlayStation button, and there you go. You can see it's connecting as a blue light. And when you want to have it connect it, then you obviously hold the button down and it will flash like normal Bluetooth does. Anyway, once that is blue, on the actual controller is going to be a white light. So let's talk about the controller. So as you can see, you've got the white light or LED light that comes up on there. Normally that shines red or between red and like orange sort of color, and that shows that you're trying to connect through when you first get this controller at the box. And also the dongle that's 2.4 gigahertz also flashes kind of a red as well, or red to blue. So then you know how to connect it. So when you first get out the box, hold down the PlayStation button and the share button, and that's how you would turn it on and obviously connect and get it ready for pairing mode. And then you've got these buttons here, which is a square, triangle, circle and X, official PlayStation licensing for all of this stuff. And then you've got the joysticks, which is slightly different when you get it from out the box. This joypad is over here on the left and the joysticks are right there. And talking about joysticks, you do get other fun bits as well, which is a really nice feature, but I suppose we'll go through that in a minute. and you also get a screwdriver as well, and the screwdrivers to make this all so you can remap it or remap the buttons. This also works with an app, so you download the app, but it will work straight out the box without no problems whatsoever. You can literally just plug the wire cabled in, even though the cable's not super long, but it will still work and everything like that. And after that, then you can just like connect it through wireless. So if you want to remap the buttons and everything like that with the software, you need to connect it up via cable first. So as you can see, you get a nice little case to carry it, because obviously it's a tournament grade controller. You got the cable there as well, which is obviously USB, and it obviously connects as well into the joypad. Another little feature that I heard, it sounds like a mobile phone when it's about to die. This gives you around 12 hours of battery life, which is kind of standard like normal other controllers, especially when you're really going in brutally with it. And talk about going in brutally with it, you do get these as well, and these are little accessories that come inside the box. So you've got like low ones and high ones depending on what your favourite ways of playing and how long your fingers are and stuff like that. And then there's obviously another one there. So you've got ones that got the rounded, smoother edges, then ones with the grips, which I've got on there at the moment. Longer or shorter, depends. If you like playing it like Xbox controller or PlayStation, then they've got you covered. And then in the box as well, you get a screwdriver, which I just can't get out at the moment. So, and then if we move this to the side, we do have a 3.5mm jack, so you can plug in your headphones and it will work really well. Before that I even started to test this, I thought I was just going to use this controller to do another review with, but I wasn't actually doing a review of the controller. I plugged in a 3.5mm jack headphones with microphone and it worked flawlessly. It was really good. Anyway, it's got like this mobile phone sound when the battery is about to die, and it sounds really high quality. It does have some weird sounds in it. It's really weird. You're paying quite a bit of money for what it can do, but I like the fact that it includes a nice little Astro screwdriver. It's nice, so I just undo the screws. I think is this a star screw or a square? It looks like a star one. So if I unscrew these, no problem whatsoever. Doesn't really take that long. Now, if I undo these, as you can see, it just flopped out right like that. Now this is how simple it is. You see they've got a little red marker there, and you've got red markers inside the joypad as well. And what it is, you just line that up with wherever you want to line it up. Now if I want to go back to PlayStation mode, I can do. So I find the red mark on there, and it just goes in one way. It's a bit like Lego. And then I can obviously put that there, or I could even put this little D-pad, I can put it here, but that's not very well. You've got those mad people that can play games like anyway, so I don't know. But I'm going to place mine back to where it was. I think that's in default mode, and then I can obviously change the joystick modes as well, which is no problem whatsoever. Just a little ball head like that. You can take it apart and stuff, and it just feels really nice and clicky. Nice quality right there. And then just put it back like this, and then put that on, and then screw them back on and I'm ready to go. On the back we do have little triggers, and what this could be done is in the app you can literally turn it from a certain percentage all the way up to 100%, so 0% to 100%, and you can press as hard as you want on the actual back triggers, and they can also be remapped as well. But you can press as hard as you want. So if you've got it set up in the app 40%, you can do that, but you can only do it with it connected to the wired cable. So when it's connected to the wired cable, then save your settings and you can take it out and it'll be wireless. But this is how you can switch them on or off depending if you're left and right or what game you're playing. So also you've got all the triggers at the top like you would standardize with obviously an Xbox or PlayStation controller. So you've got L1, R1, and then you've got the back triggers as well, L2 and R2. And this one here is when it's switched over to the right, it's ready for Wi-Fi straight out of the box, or you can straight up connect it to the cable, and you can see it's like a funky dongle that goes into there, well, not a dongle, but a USB cable that comes with it. It's a funny version, and they only really want you to use that version so you can get the right data speed without any lag or anything like that. So you're playing at 2.4 gigahertz, but it's switched over to the right, and then when you got it to the wired, you can use the app and remap all the buttons and have them however you want it to be configured. And you can also sort the sound out as well, and the sound can be done with equalizations. You can add more bass, more treble, more mids, whatever you want to do, which will go into the app in the video shortly. We've got the normal pad where you can normally do things with the PlayStation 4. That's there as well, so it's pressable and everything like that. And then you've got your other option like your start button or your option button, and obviously your share button, and then obviously your PlayStation button, and your sound can come out here as well, so you don't need to have it plugged in, but it's nice to have it plugged in and it will just work just like that. You'll be pleased to know, I think in Random Frank P's video, he said that it only got up to 6 months of warranty on here, but now it is 2-year warranty. So, and obviously official license and stuff. And also it's owned by Logitech now. Anyway, so we download for PC, you can download for Mac. I don't know what you would play on Mac. Probably The Sims or something, I heard. And then obviously you've got set up for PlayStation as well, but we're using it for PC. It will last a lot longer on PC because it's all going through USB. Install. And you can do a plethora of things on the app for such a controller, which is just absolutely nuts. Now, when you first get this controller, obviously you've got to figure out, like, if you are a tournament player, do you want to play like an Xbox player? Do you want to play like a PlayStation player? Do you want to play like a PC player? Normally PC players play with mouse and keyboard, but it depends, because this is a tournament controller, and it's right up there, especially the price as well, at $189.99. So finished the app on here. Let's get out of here. So please plug device in. Now I've just got to switch over from wireless to that. So I switched over. Now I haven't got the USB dongle in now, because once you've got it in, it's obviously going to keep looking for it. So take it out, and then you've got it connected through the cable, which is wired. And when you want to play wirelessly, go back. Obviously it's a charging cable as well. And it's saying that my profile was unmapped, and I can view profile, controller is synced, and then I've got all my controller firmware update, auto update on as well, and all my legalities are there as well. So now I need to go into view profile, and as you can see, I've got a plethora of things that I can do here. So I can control the sticks, the triggers, and the audio and the effects as well. So when I go with mapping the button, it's exactly the same thing, what you would do in a game. So you'll transfer, so this is all what you want, and then you just change it. So like the X could be changed for like, I don't know, a square, and there you go. And you got it as a square now, the X button. But it tells you what all the original buttons were meant to be, and then this is what you're changing it to. So I'll go to clear changes, so I don't want to do that. And that's how you do the remapping as well. And then you've got the default, and you can create new little profiles as long as it's all saved and that. But you can only do that once you've got it into the cable. You can't do it just wirelessly. It's got to be controlled by the cable. And then all your bits come up on the screen, and it's just so simple, just like a normal game. Now you've got sticks. You've got different sensitivities of the sticks. So I can move the sticks, and you can see that it's going from 0% to 100%. So if I'm normally used to just playing like that to do, like, say, a Street Fighter Hadouken, then you can actually do the sensitivity to make your gameplay nicer. And it's nice, it just looks very, it looks so modern the way everything works with this. It's like really quite cool. So I can just go and click that I want 20%, like so, or 60%, what do I want? So, there we go. Turn it down. Oh my God, it's just like crazy. So you can do it in a way that you want and get like some sort of good readings out of it. So it depends on, you know, like the people that can read frames when they're playing like I don't know, games, especially like when it's 240 hertz monitor and they're like trying to read like where the character's going to come up so they can shoot them or hit them with a Hadouken, whatever, frame counters. This is good for them, especially when they're used to having memory with the, like memory in their thumbs and fingers and stuff when they're playing games. But anyway, I'm going to leave mine at normal stock, so I'm going to go clear changes. And then you can also do, so that's the right trigger and then the left trigger. And then you've got triggers at the back as well, and you can do the sensitivity onto the back exactly the same way you want to do it. So this is the right trigger, and as you can see, I'm pressing it, and I'm pressing it really hard. But if I just press it like that, I'm just getting 40, a little bit over 40%, more 60%, 80%. Oh God, you've got to really press that. Now, this, I can't get it. That is really hard. So it's really well made when they do things like that. So what I'm going to do is through the coming months, I'll obviously just like be testing this out and seeing how much. Oh, don't want to. You can have it really easy as well, but you don't want it really easy. So let's just go to clear changes. Yeah, I'll be doing this in the coming months, and I'll be just testing this out with different games and seeing if it does live up to the name as a tournament controller. I've been playing Street Fighter and all that sort of stuff since I was about 10, so probably 30 years if you look at it like that. And also, no, it couldn't be 10. Got to be, well, it might be about 25 years. I don't know. It's a long time anyway. But then you've got audio as well, and this is the good thing. Look at this. Audio output equalizers. Got 2 decibels, 1 decibel, 0 decibel, 1 decibel, 2 decibel, and then you've got all the different hertz, all like just to control the actual like noise output into the actual controller itself. You've got mic out as well, so you can have it up or not, and you've got a side tone, so you can hear a little bit of percentage outside and that. And then you've got the speaker, and at the moment it's at 75%. Now think about it, if you have this all up 100% and you've got the best sounding joypad all the time, then your battery's not going to last as long. So have it down to like 75% each, and then you're on your way. Then you've got little effects as well. We've got LED brightness, which is at 100%, and then you've got right intensity and left intensity, so you can also turn that on. The rumble works really well, probably feels nicer in this than what it does in the PlayStation 4 or Xbox. So that's saying something, because it reflects on the price that it should do. Right, so the price is $189.99 for the actual joypad, but this is a tournament grade, so technically if you're just an amateur player, then technically this joypad's not going to be for you. Technically as well, the PlayStation 5 is going to be coming out. Is this going to still work? But at least it still carries on and works for PCs, because PCs run on USB, and that's a really good thing. And even though, even though Astro might obviously bring out another cable to obviously fit the PlayStation 5, if there's a new one, or even like a PC if they changed like PC like to Type C, because obviously this is USB 2. I don't know, you just don't know these days. But anyway, this is a slightly different block, so you definitely need a block like this, so it's just not going to fit just some random USB cable. Plus it holds the data well. It's not a USB 3 though, it's a USB 2, and this cable is about 1.5 meters, which is not really that long for people that game. So if you've got a massive TV and like sitting down in your living room, this cable is going to be a bit of a drag, and that's the only problem which I don't like about that cable. I like the case. The case is quite nice. It's just nice. It won't fit in your pocket obviously, but it's just a decent case. Holds the controller and everything that you need in there as well. And it's nice that you get like additional accessories like the screwdriver, because they do sell all this separately on the Astro website as well. But it just works. It doesn't take ages to screw. It's not used Phillips screws, it's using star screws. So it just makes it a little bit more higher quality. Not like loads of quality, because it's only star screws, but you know what I mean. And then you've got different thumb joystick bits, so depending on how you play, if you've got rough sandpaper hands like me, or you've got girly like soft fingers or sweaty fingers, they've got you covered, literally. Or actually thumbs, anyway, thumbs. So basically you get 2 of them, 2 dipped ones. No, you don't even get 2 dipped ones, you get 2 of them, or 3 of them, sorry, and 3 smooth round ones. So you get PlayStation and Xbox sort of styles, so that's really quite cool. Now this is in direct competition of the Scuff controller, but it's entirely up to you. If you're used to Scuff, then you use the Scuff. If you use the Xbox, use the Xbox. Use the PlayStation, use the PlayStation. If you use like normal like third-party computer controllers, then it's basically all rolled into one. It covers you for Xbox, covers you for PlayStation, covers you for PC, even covers Mac as well. Who even games on Mac, hey? So this is a better look at the case. Obviously you can see like where all the little accessory bits that you get with it, and the dongles behind me as well with an LED light. And then obviously the controller just goes in there. It does have a pad, and then you just like put it together and zip it up, and then you're ready to go. It's a little box. It's not too, I don't know, it's rainproof. It's quite solid. It's nice, a nice little feature. But anyway, what did you think about the Astro Controller C40 tournament controller? Have you got one? Are you looking to get a controller? Do you play with controllers, or do you still play with just keyboard and mouse? Because obviously you can use this for Call of Duty and stuff like that. But then in PC Master Race world, it's all about using the mouse and the keyboard, and they're slightly faster and they're probably more technical. But this is a tournament grade joypad. And to be honest with you, did I find it any different from Xbox and PlayStation? I did. I felt like it was more grippy in the hands. It's definitely a little bit more weightier, and it feels more solid and more robust. It just feels more premium, obviously because the price reflects that. 'Cause it's like 3 times more than what an Xbox or PlayStation controller is, or maybe no, nearly 4 times as much. But yeah, obviously it's tournament grade. It's there to be really like run through the paces and stuff like that. But anyway, hope this was informative enough. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching. Roger and out.